I've got a question for both you and Kang. You could choose one or the other. One or the other ones of these non-rookie Detroit Lions just becomes a star this year. An absolute star. Who do you prefer it be? A, Jamison Williams, or B, Aleem McNeil? One of them becomes a star at their position.
For me, it's easy. Aleem McNeil.
Okay.
If he becomes a star, it means the defense is so much better. That's the position that we all look at and say, ooh, I'm not sure about defensive tackle. And if he's a star, we feel pretty good. Well, we got the second coming of Aaron Donald. Is that what we're talking about? You're saying he's a star. So that's how I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'd be so excited about that.
What about you, Kang?
Yeah, if you're asking me, I can add either Tyreek Hill on this team or Aaron Donald. I'm taking Aaron Donald. I think as much as I love the Jamison Williams pick, and I think he's going to be great in this league when he eventually plays, the more need on this team and the more impact on this team would be if Aleem McNeil became an all-pro stud at defensive tackle. You can fill in the other receiver spots, maybe not as dynamic as J-Mo, but you got St. Brown and Khalif Raymond and Laporta and Gibbs, and you can find another receiver. That Aaron Donald, Chris Jones defensive tackle is a lot harder to find in this league.
It's funny because I'm a huge advocate that you win in this league with offense and you win in this league with passing offense, and there's getting a star receiver is such a huge asset. And yet, if you take a look at what the Lions offense did last year without Jamison Williams doing much of anything, given it coming off the injury, and really without DJ Chark for much of the year, they had a top 4 or 5 offense in the NFL without those guys.
Right.
The defense was lacking.
And without a real tight end, too, by the way.
It's a tougher question for me because I'm such an advocate of winning with offense, and the old adage that defense wins championships I don't believe is any longer true, which has been it's been tough for me because I have unplanted that flag and moved it over to offense wins championships at the NFL level. And yet I think I agree. I think if you could choose, and maybe there's some debate there, maybe there's not, you can choose one or the other. Aleem McNeil or Jamison Williams turns into a star at their position. I think all three of us go with McNeil. I got another one for you.
All right.
Okay. Which first rounder do you want to turn into a star at their position? Jahmyr Gibbs or Jack Campbell? Which would be more helpful?
I feel like Jahmyr Gibbs would be more helpful. I think that we've seen what happens if they don't have Jack Campbell. That was last year, right? And the defense was much improved in the second half of the season, and you've got experience now with both Rodriguez and Barnes are more experienced, and of course you've got Anzalone. But what we don't know about is this running back. We have no idea. We don't know about because the guys who were here last year aren't here. So we got new running backs. So I'd rather it be Jahmyr Gibbs.
Well, you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be Jack
Campbell. You want to
Campbell.
dismount first, or do you want to say it?
No, I'll stay right there.
All right. I'll stay right there. Reese Olson is pitching tonight. This is tough.
I know,
for
there's
you.
a lot of young Detroit athletes that I've taken a liking to. Kang, for you, Jahmyr Gibbs or Jack Campbell?
For me, it's easy, Jahmyr Gibbs. He's a home run threat, a bigger, a more important piece to his side of the ball than Jack Campbell. I like Jack Campbell. I think he's going to be a good player. But this is the reason why people were upset they used a first-round pick on an inside linebacker. Those guys, you can generally find a plug-and-play. Malcolm Rodriguez, the 6th-round pick, did it last year. Anzalone actually got better. To be a difference maker as a middle linebacker, it's really tough to do. It's kind of like just do your job. Don't get exposed, and you're fine. He's going to blitz a little bit more than people realize, I think, because he's got the athletic ability in him. He's got size and speed. But in this league, you don't overpay for that position, and you don't use a first-round pick. He better be a really good player because he was a first-round pick.
Right.
I think he will be a good player. But in this scenario, this question you're asking me, I think Jahmyr Gibbs is more important.
All right, 248-539-9797. Given your choice, would you rather have Jamison Williams or Aleem McNeil blossom into a star? Would you rather have Jahmyr Gibbs or Jack Campbell blossom into a star? If you can only choose one of those two pairings